Yes.
We're on. We're on.
We're on?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh.
See identification light? Okay, there you go. Anyone outside your immediate family ask you to carry anything on board?
No.
Carry on to the hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to the Pittsburgh International Airport, a smoke-free terminal. At entering the terminal, all smoking material must be extinguished.
You're all set. We'll be boarding
Smoking
about
is
15
permitted
minutes.
inside
Thank you,
any
Mayor.
drinking concessions.
Ooh, look at that.
You able to walk and do it at the same time? You can film these guys from the ground quick. Okay. You want to film get on board now?
We what?
You want to go on board now?
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure I can do this.
Why do you shut it off if you want?
Should I tell them fueling? I didn't get that.
One downstairs.
Oh, God, it's been on the whole time. Okay, we'll edit that part
Okay,
out.
you want me to walk up?
Okay.
You don't want me to walk up in a bucket, you know?
FedEx cap on his head. That's not cool.
Bye now.
Well, U.S. Air won't give me a hat.
Hi, my name is Nita Seals, and I'm a Pittsburgh-based flight attendant. I've been with Chautauqua Airlines now for about 8 months. And you guys are in training, so let's see. The best thing I liked about training was the hands-on on the aircraft. That's like the best, doing the drills and all of that. So you guys will have fun, and you have great instructors, and I'll see you on the line. Are they?
Yeah.
That was supposed to not happen, they said.
We were booked.
Come on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Well, this is how you open and close the door. My name is Mark, and I've been with the company since January 11th of '99. And sometimes you have a hard time with the steps, so you gotta play with it a while. You just push your foot down. If you notice how it's going up and it's not connected, that means the steps aren't catching. So make sure you put it on the foot. There you go. See how that happens? How easy it is? Always watch your fingers here. And all you do is use your foot, hold on to the handrail, and slide it in. Make sure it's locked. And close the door. Alright, notice how I have the ID tucked away into my coat jacket. The way you should have it. Always have it, not displayed. Always show your ID if somebody asks you for your ID. And here's our jump seat. This is a fun part of training. When you're in training, doing grab ankles, heads down, stay down, don't do this. When you're screaming it out in class, you have a tendency of doing that. I know I did it for a while. Always make sure your seatbelt's always fastened when you're needed the seatbelt. Your chimes, make sure if the lights come on, you announce it and you do a double check back and forth and making sure everybody is compliant with the seatbelt sign. And that's about it, I guess.
You sit in there and
Oh, you make me sit in it? Sure.
get in brace position, put on the
When you do, you always want to make sure you open up the straps at first to adjust it to your body. And it's always going to be low and tight across your lap. So when you get into your jump seat position, make sure this is low down to your waist. Pull on the straps and make sure it's tightened. And you want to keep your feet flat on the floor. palms up, hands underneath your thighs, and straight back at all times for landing and takeoff. Okay?
Wait, stay there. Mark, why don't you tell us just maybe one incident, just the most unusual thing that's happened to you since you've been online so far?
The only thing that happens to me is when you do your announcements, people do not pay attention to you, so make sure you say it loud and clear. And if you notice somebody taking off the seatbelt before you get to the gate, just kindly say, can you please put your seatbelt back on? We're not at the gate. Don't scream it at them. Just be polite about it. That's probably the only thing. Right?
What's the most exciting thing about living in Pittsburgh?
Oh, I've been here, so to me, it's just a fun time to work. Everybody gets along really well. You notice, like, I went into Buffalo, actually, beginning of the month, last month, and meeting the new crews and that, and up in Buffalo, they're very nice. Alana's from there, so hi, Alana. And, but you're going to get used to working with people. You're going to like working with everybody, because they're all mostly very friendly, like family, so it's been pretty good so far. I really enjoyed the experience, and you're going to have fun.
What was the hardest thing when you came out online?
Online, just doing your IOE, and it's not really hard. Just pay attention to the person who's doing it, who's teaching you, and always do everything the right way, and don't slack back. And you want to make sure it's always professional about everything, and always look good. Treat people with respect. That's it. We're in a 95 CQ Saab. It says there's 33 seats. Some Saabs still have the 30 seats, 3 extra seats in this one. This is where you keep your peanuts or your cookies, your cups, and your hot cups and cold cups. Always make sure you have your slips. Make sure when you do your catering or your pre-check, always make sure you have these, because sometimes some flight attendants don't check and you might have one left and you go to do your ordering or catering and you don't have any of these. You want to make sure in here is your liquor control, and always make sure you sell whatever you give away, you mark it down. I usually sometimes myself, just for my own personal experience, I write down what I started with and what I use on this slip, because this gets turned in. This way it's more safety for anything for yourself, in case somebody takes some liquor or anything. If it happens, you always have this for backup and to fall on. This is your little storage area, your work area. You have your work light right there, which is not on because the batteries aren't on in this plane right now. Down here, you kept your ice. And always make sure you double back your ice, because you don't want water going anywhere, and always make sure it's always clean. Sometimes they might put the ice in there. Make sure the outside wrapper is not dirty, because the dirt will get into the ice. Here you keep in this one, you'll keep your beer and your wine, your white wine only, has to be chilled. And down here will be your bottled water, and sometimes in certain places you might have your sodas, sometimes backup sodas here. Here should be red wine, which is a Cabernet, and at the bottom it should be your white trash bags. And sometimes in certain places you keep your water down here also. This right here is a trash can. If you use it, make sure you empty it in the night. Always make sure there's a lining inside, because you always want to make sure it's always kept nice and neat for the next crew, and you always want to make sure you get the same kind of aircraft back in return the same way. Right here is your cart. You're going to hate it. On this side, this should be where your cart is. Some aircrafts don't. 2 aircrafts do not have carts. You have to use a tray. But if you use this cart, always be careful taking it out. Pay attention to your trainers when they tell you how to take this out, because you can catch your hands right here and it hurts really a lot. And if it's turbulence in that and trying to get it back in, you always want to be careful, more for safety than anything. All you do, the cart should always be locked whenever it's an operation of the aircraft, and you want to make sure all 3 red locks are down, and you want to make sure 4 locks always locked. And all you do with your foot is press down on it and lift up to unlock it. So you want to do also, you want to make sure you unlock it and latch it. Whenever you pull out your cart, you just want to pull forward a little bit and then turn it and bring it out. And always be careful if you have a full passenger. You want to make sure you don't hurt them. Bringing out the cart, sometimes this will move in turbulence, and if it's an incline in the aircraft, you want to always be careful. What I always do, I always bring it out, you open it up, make sure this is shut, and you put the lock on while you're getting your ice and your bev naps and your glasses. You always want to wipe this down first.